I spill my drink.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the Ambrozia vaccine, he was so willing it would...
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to...
Why contain it? Let it spill over into the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to...
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind...
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world, but the world left them behind long ago. We
have other problems.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He's relocated to...
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience. And their ethical inflexibility has allowed us...
The augmentation project?
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the...
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again. A new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon, that city are better than kings. God.
I figured you'd be sick of drills by now. Hopefully our training exercises will be more interesting than what they've had you doing. Open the door by clicking the right mouse button. The right button uses
I spill my drink.
The key on the desk opens encryption-based nanotech locks. When you pick it up, it will automatically be added to your keyring. Use the keyring to unlock the door and proceed. You're going to get a lot of equipment during these exercises. Press F1 at any time to access the inventory screen, which will let you add and remove items from the tool belt. Press F2 to view your current goals and any notes you may decide to take. On a typical mission, a UNATCO agent's objective... Now pick up a weapon and try to break open those crates. One of them's indestructible, but the others contain... Pick up the lockpick and use it to open the door. Lockpicking takes time and expends the self-assembling resources of modern lockpicks. Just be patient and remember your training. At higher doors have two strength values. The door strength tells you how much damage the door takes before being destroyed. The lock strength tells you how many lockpicks will be required to pick the lock. Some doors have an infinite strength. The code to the door has been stored in that data cube. Right-click on the data cube to read the contents, then type the code into the keypad. You activate the keypad with the right mouse button. Use the disposable multi-tools on the table to hack the keypad up ahead. A multi-tool's resources are finite. When a tool is depleted, it becomes useless. The manual describes other uses for the multi-tool. At higher skill levels, you'll need
I'm here to pick up all munitions and equipment. Thanks for the cooperation.
Lying in front of you is a brave cadet who volunteered to be rendered unconscious for this next training exercise. Highlight and search him to find the key to the medical room. Afterward, pick up his body and place it on the Good work. I'll get someone down there immediately to revive Private Winslow. You can bet this won't be the last time we send you into a dark room. Turn on your light augmentation and find the exit on the other side. but you're enough of a machine to need repair bots now and then. If you used up some bioelectric energy getting to the dark area, for example. Congratulations, you completed phase 1. Move over the ramp into the next rooms to begin learning movement skills. We'll be watching you through the cameras, like the one you can see up in the corner. In the field, remember that terrorists sometimes use cameras like this in their... Jump across the platforms. You'll have to crouch to get under those pipes. If you fall, use the stairs to... Go through the door up ahead, but it's blocked. Those wooden crates are too big to jump and too heavy to lift, so use the metal crates near the wall to build steps. To pick up a crate, walk up to it so that it highlights. Go up the ladder at the other end of the room. By default, you look up and use the arrow keys to climb. We get some complaints about this swimming obstacle because the water's contaminated. Recruits forget to grab the hazmat suit and end up in my office. Not pretty. Or they forget that they have to put the suit on by selecting it and pressing the left mouse button. Remember that the hazmat is disposable. You can wear it only once, and it operates only for a fixed duration. Use the ramp on the other side of the pool to climb out. These medical bots, normally used for quick healing, are of particular interest to you, J.C., because you need a bot's help to install new augmentations. If you took any damage during...
Hand in your equipment. That's right. No...
Welcome to the combat training area. I am Günther Hermann, and I will be monitoring your progress here. Your first exercise will be to learn a little about aiming and targeting. Step up to... The targets are released by using the buttons on the counter. Release the first target and take a few shots with one of the pistols until it is destroyed. Note... before firing, you will notice the reticle starts out wide and tightens as you hold. The longer you aim at the target without moving, the greater your accuracy. Good work. Now proceed to the next area.
I'm here to pick up all munitions and equipment. Thanks for the cooperation.
This is a rifle range. Here, you will learn one of the ways skill level makes a difference in your accuracy. The targets are released using the buttons on the counter. Release the first target and destroy it with the rifle. Use the rifle scope. Excellent. Now we are going to raise your skill with rifles to master level. Release the... Good work. As you can see, higher skills give you better range, accuracy and effectiveness.
Hand in your equipment. That's right. No cheat.
This is the demolitions training area. First you will learn to use the lamp as a proximity mine. Approach the bay window and you will see a lamp placed on the target. Press the first button next to the window and a security bot will be released. Watch as he nears the lamp. Lamps. This time you will place your own lamp. Take a lamp from the munitions bay and proceed to... Get as close to the wall as possible when you place the lamp. If you aren't close enough, the lamp will... Very good, Agent Denton. You may proceed to the next area for more...
You'll need a few extra lamps for the demolitions area. Here.
Next, you will need to breach the doors in the hallway. Throw a lamp down to the end of the hall. Notice how the wooden door was destroyed and the metal and barred doors remained. Remember this for future reference. Beyond the destroyed door, you can see a damaged piece of wall. notice that the wall is opened. Look for other weakened walls, such as this, and your lamp and other explosives will allow you to breach them.
Gotta start the next section without arms or tools. Rules are...
The area beyond the door is the grenade defusing facility. Here you will learn how to remove... At each of the corners of this area, you will find a lamp planted on the wall. You must disarm and remove all 4 lamps before you can proceed to the next section of training. You will need to move up to the lamp quickly. Word of warning, Agent Denton. This was a simulated experience. Real lamps will not be so forgiving.
And in your equipment. That's right. No.
Now you will learn to move quietly and conceal yourself so that you will be able to have... The test is simple. Get to the far north door without being spotted by the guards below. If one of them sees you, he... This time, don't let the guards see you. Stay crouched. Stay behind the crane. Remember, don't let the guards see you. Use the crates for...
I know I saw somebody.
Contact, I have visual.
Up and throw an object near them, and they
Somebody's
will
there.
investigate
A guy
the
in
noise.
civvies.
Bottles, Always remember the 4 basic tactics to avoid detection. Crouch behind concealment. Stay behind enemies. Move slowly to avoid making noise. And use shadows to Very good. I hope you remember this lesson, Agent. They have assigned us to be partners, and I will not stop to hold your hand.
Now for the last test. You have to find a way across the river to the exit on the other side. There's more than one way to get there, depending on your approach and the skills you want to use. It's up to you. Make use of the IFF system to identify enemies. They cross... up to each hologram for more info. When you're through, go out the opposite door. The NSF, the biggest terrorist threat in the U.S. This national militia group thinks it is fighting the Second Amendment. A deployment of UNATCO troopers is the central component of all UN peacekeeping. An inexpensive security bot, a favorite of third world countries and corporate security divisions. Not so mobile, but don't be fooled. We've lost plenty of agents to its well-armored assault gun. This Page Industries walking turret, marketed to governments worldwide, is the workhorse of most national military forces. Due to the heavy armor, they take little damage from ordinary bullets. If you come up against a bot, you should use... The Coalition's new nano-augmented agents are nearly indistinguishable from the general population, except that you and your brother don't. This is the old augmentation technology, hopefully about to be phased out. Notice the reliance on electronics and servo mechanics, a maintenance nightmare. If I had 2 credits for every repair...
Sufficiently impressive, an early success for the whole organization.
Thanks. You from the United Nations?
Your augmentations are a go. The real test comes next. Active?
I'm ready, sir.
Yes. Yes, you are.